Hi everyone, I'm back again. Thank you for all your comments on my latest videos. I love reading through them and talking to other fans. I watch loads of other reaction videos. I'm always watching other people's reaction videos to get everyone's opinion. But this is not a reaction video, it's my top 7, my ranking of the Czech Republic national final songs. I've made my mind up on my favourite and my least favourite. I've watched all the live performances. They didn't really make much of an impact on my opinion, but I actually really liked all the live performances and how they were filmed, the lighting, the colours. I just thought they all looked really nice. I really like how they've done everything, how they filmed it. This national final as a whole is just so diverse. There's such a variety of music, and it's such an open field. Everyone's got their own favourite and their own taste, depending on what you like. And I think that's why it's so hard to predict the winner, because when I look at people's ranking, whether it be on YouTube videos or Twitter, everyone's got their own different favourite. There is one fan favourite, or one of the big favourites, that seems to get people talking a lot lately, and we'll get to that later. But yeah, because it's so diverse, it depends what you like. But overall, I'm really impressed with the variety that we've got from these 7 entries. And you can always count on the Czech Republic with their national finals to give us variety and diversity and alternative stuff as well. I think Czech Republic really like their alternative, edgy stuff, which is good. I like it. So the online vote is open till the 15th next week, a week from today. I think I'm filming this on Wednesday the 8th. Yeah, that's right. I voted for my favourite, and we'll get to that later. I think it's good to point out as well, if you haven't voted yet, but if you do want to vote on the app, it's important to remember you have to verify your email. So you tick the song that you want to vote for, but then you have to go into your email address, click on the link that you've been emailed, and only that will verify your vote. If you don't verify your email, then your vote won't count. So I'm sure lots of people know that anyway, but maybe it could catch people out. Maybe they could tick the box and forget to verify the email. So make sure if you're voting, make your vote, but click on the email as well, because that will actually send the vote. And I said that it's really hard to predict the winner, and it is. It could be a surprise winner. But I think it's kind of fairly clear who isn't going to win. But then there's 3, maybe even 4 that literally could win. So you never know. But it's not just the televote, it is 50% jury vote as well. I think we should remember that. I'm not sure who is on the jury, if it's like past Czech contestants, or I'm not sure who the jury is made up of, but it is 50% jury, 50% televote. But it's also 25% online international vote, and then the other 25 is a Czech public vote. So yeah, but it's still overall a public vote and a jury vote. So yeah, I'm not sure if the jury vote will make a difference. I do think it could kind of affect the voting for the big fan favourite. Again, we'll get to that later. But yeah, if you want to vote, if you like something, make sure you do. So let me tell you my top 7. So it was fairly easy for me, or very easy actually, to work out what my 2 least favourite ones are, and then the others I changed a tiny bit, but not too much. My least favourite, number 7, is Emma and Jordan By Now. I just find it really unforgettable, kind of boring. It's not absolutely terrible, not the worst thing I've ever heard, of course not, but I'll be absolutely bewildered if this wins the national final. I know that one of my followers actually who comments on some of my videos, Eurovision Reactions 24/7, I think that's your username, you said that this is your favourite. You know, fair enough, we've all got different tastes. I've actually seen a few other people who've had this as their favourite or close to their favourite as well. So it's interesting how we've all got completely different taste. But I just find this forgettable and I'm just not really into it. I also find the introduction of the song is really odd. Like it starts off with him and he says something like my mother, your mother. It's just really odd. But it's not terrible, but yeah, it was really easy for me to put this as my least favourite. Sorry. And then I've got I'm a Bee by Elise. I know that she took part in the national final in 2020. I don't really remember her song that much, but I know that she's done it before. And again, I don't really have much to say about it. I just find it, okay. I appreciate the rap, I like that kind of style, but yeah, I'm just not interested. It sounds kind of familiar. Maybe actually her song from 2020, maybe it sounded like that, and maybe that's why it's familiar to me, even though I don't remember that one. But yeah, not much to say. I just don't really like it. Can't see it winning either. My number 5 is Skywalker Way Down. I feel like I should like this more than I do because I do like this style. I love that punk early 2000s Linkin Park style. So I would like to like it more than I do, but again, I do appreciate the fact we've got this sort of music in the national final. I love that. But I think there's just something missing with this particular song. I think it's not really, there's something that's not there, it's not catchy enough. But it does start off quite promising. But yeah, I can't see this winning either, especially because when you look at the reception of fans, of the public who are voting, I haven't seen anyone really talk about this that much and have it as their favourite, so it doesn't seem to be a big favourite with the fans. It kind of gets left behind a tiny bit. But I really like the style, but there's just something missing with the actual song itself. My number 4, I've got this right in the middle. It's a big favourite, which is Inky. So I'm still very conflicted and confused about this. I've got lots of different feelings. In theory, I should love this because it's dark, eerie, witchy, ethereal, spiritual, and I love that kind of thing. That's what I'm all about. I actually love everything about it, apart from the actual song itself, which I know that doesn't make sense. But what I mean is I love the meaning of it. It's literally about mythical creatures, mythical beings that lure people into the forest. I love that. That's great. I love the visuals. The visuals are good, in the live performance as well. So I love the concept of it, but I just don't like the actual song itself. The music, the way it sounds, I just can't get on board with that big part of it. Yeah, I think it needs something more, because what we're actually seeing is almost like an a cappella version. And if it does actually go to Eurovision, which I wouldn't guarantee, because like I said, there is a jury vote as well. I know it's a big fan favourite, but would the juries vote for it as well? I'm not sure. So I wouldn't guarantee it's going to win if it does go to Eurovision. Surely it needs something done to it. It needs more. If it had more instrumentation, musicality, I'd be more on board with it. But the way it is right now, I just can't really see it working. I've seen a few people compare it to Aurora, and I love Aurora. I'm a huge fan of Aurora. It is that kind of style. The only Aurora song I can kind of compare it to is maybe Churchyard. Um, but at least Aurora's music, again, actually has something to it. But this song, it's like this is not really much going on in it. Um, and that's what I can't really get on board with at the minute if it stays like that. But I think it would look great on the stage. But what I'm really confused about as well is actually how highly people are rating this. The amount of people I've seen thinking or saying that this could do really well at Eurovision. I've even seen people say this could win Eurovision, and that for me is just really just, I don't get that. I think that's a bit over the top. It does not seem like a winner at all. I think it could actually flop at Eurovision. This is the thing, like, I don't want to say this, I want to like it, but I think people could be disappointed with the result of this national final, if this doesn't win. I've seen someone compare it to Nocturne from Norway, the winner, 1995, and The Voice from Ireland, which won the year after that. I don't think it's on that level. I don't think it's at that standard, really. I know it has the same kind of, spiritual theme, but again, it's the actual musicality or lack of it in this song for me that I'm struggling to understand. What it could actually be like if it does go to Eurovision, it could be like a Portugal 2019 moment, where you've got people who absolutely love it, but then it just does not make it. It could be like that, like a fan favourite flop if it does go to Eurovision. Um, but yeah, no, I want to like it, and I like the art. I appreciate the artistry, the meaning behind it. But it's just the actual song. When I listen to it, I just think like this needs something more to be added to it to kind of like improve it. But the visuals, how it looks, is great. The concept, I love. So we'll wait and see what happens with Helsinki. I'd love to be proved wrong if it can do well at Eurovision. I just want something to be changed. I just want something to be done to it. But if I can be proved wrong, brilliant, great, can't wait. So let's move on to my number 3, which is Lights Off by Domi. This is another one that's actually quite popular with people, with fans. I've actually switched my number 3 and my number 2 because my number 2 has grown on me a bit lately over the past few days. So this is my number 3. There's things I like about it. It's very radio friendly, catchy. I do get the chorus stuck in my head sometimes. I've noticed as well, the lead singer, the girl, her voice reminds me so much of Tovlo. If you know Tovlo, you know who I mean, but her voice sounds so much like Tovlo. That's just something that I noticed straight away. Yeah, it's radio friendly. The live performance is pretty good too, but again, I still think it's missing something. It doesn't really blow me away. But if it wins, I could get on board with it. But again, like Helsinki, I think it would need to be elevated in some way. So my number 2 is the Valentines, Stay or Go. It's grown on me, starting to grow on me a little bit more recently over the past few days, so I've kind of moved it up a bit. I noticed straight away the 1975 influence I love the 1975, so, that's good. I like it. Um, it has been stuck in my head lately, which is, again, that's a good thing. Um, I also really, I know this is not really relevant, but I really like the pastel pink colours in the video. I, like that kind of aesthetic. Um, and I like the live performance as well, actually. I know I said at the beginning that my opinion hadn't really changed after watching the live performances, but maybe on this one, yeah, maybe this did kind of influence the way it grew on me slightly. Um, yeah, I like it. I still think there's something missing again. There's something not quite there. But if it does win and go to Eurovision, I think it needs to have some kind of Lake Malawi style staging to really elevate it. Um, but it's the kind of thing I can find pleasant to listen to in the car. It's quite it's nice to listen to, and I have started to listen to it more. Um, yeah, you can never know. It could actually be a surprise winner, and I wouldn't mind that either, really. So yeah, it's grown on me. I still think it's not amazing, really, but yeah, I like it enough to have it as my second place. And shout out to the Valentines as well because they commented on my reaction video. So if you're watching this again, good luck. I do like your live performance and the song in general. Yeah, I like it. Now we've got to my number one, which you've probably worked out what it is. It's Annabelle running out of fricking time. Let's call it fricking for now because if it wins, then it will have to be called fricking and not effing. But yeah, this is the one I voted for, and it's definitely my favourite. I've been listening to this quite a lot over the past few days, actually, and yeah, I really like it. I think it would be a good choice for the Czech Republic because I think it's something that would appeal to both. I'm not talking about Eurovision, I'm talking about the actual national final itself. I think it'll appeal to both the televote, people voting, and the juries as well, which is why I think it could have a fair chance of winning because I can see it appealing to both, to a wide range of people. But yeah, it's just really, catchy, different. It's got that Olivia Rodrigo sound to it, so I think it's quite current. I think it could be something, quite a fair amount of people would like. Um, and yeah, I like it, and I would like to see it at Eurovision. Do I think it would do that well? Probably not that well. In fact, I can't really see any of these doing really well, even though I am very impressed with the lineup overall. Um, but I think it's good to remember Lake Malawi and how well they did and the journey that that song went through to get to Eurovision. If you think of the first time we heard or we saw that song in the national final, it was a music video, filmed on selfie mode on a phone. And I think the turning point was when it was performed at the Ukraine's national final. I think that was the moment that sort of got people's attention and turned things round for them. And then it got to Tel Aviv. It performed on the Eurovision stage, and it was great. The staging performance was great. It did well. So I think that song went through a really good transformation. So you never know what could happen. You think of how well Lake Malawi did. It could be the same for any of these. They could get transformed into a really good performance on the Eurovision stage. So could the winner be Jazinki? That would be interesting, definitely. If it's not, I think it has to be either Annabelle, Domi, or maybe the Valentines. Yeah, and any of those four, I think I'd be fairly happy with. Um, but Annabelle is my favourite, definitely. But there we go, that is my top seven. Like I've said, I'm really impressed overall with the lineup of this national final, especially the diversity and all the different styles that we've got. So I think they've done a brilliant job, and it's very hard to predict the winner. I really don't know, but that's what makes it really exciting. So in about a week, we will find out. So let me know what you think of my top seven and what your top seven is. Feel free to leave your ranking and any comments in the comments below. As always, thank you for watching and subscribing. I'm not quite sure what my next video will be because I don't know what will happen between now and when you've got Albania's live shows starting. I know we have found out who's representing the Netherlands, but we don't have the song yet. There could be maybe one song from another country that comes out between now and the end of the year. I know that Austria was supposed to be revealing the artist this month, but that might not mean the song, maybe just the artist, and maybe Greece as well. Or we could just end the year with Bulgaria, Albania, and Czech Republic. So I'm sure there will be a video from me soon with whichever new entries we get. But until then, thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon. Bye.